All right, what's happening, everybody? This is your boy Dealer Destro back with another Transformer Power of the Primes video. Really liking this line so far. Shaping up to be probably one of the best retail lines I've seen so far. I mean, Titan Wars brought it back, but I think this is just, you know, you can tell the team cares about this side of the house here, the generation side of the house, and that they, I think that the whoever they got working on this brand of the product, I think they wanted to succeed, and I think they're doing the best that they can, knowing that you have, a board that you answer to, shareholders, public company, blah 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 blah, all the political stuff out the way. So we're looking at Elita1, and I'm glad to finally see this materialize, especially for a main line, right? Like, so when my son comes of age, he'll either like it or he won't. Like, I'm buying these for his shelf, and they're going up one at a time. As he gets older, hopefully he'll come to the light side or the dark side, and he'll embrace this. And if not, that's cool. That's fine. I'll have a lot of, legacy Hasbro stuff at that point. Anyway, enough rambling. She comes with a card, and the artwork on it is pretty fantastic. It's kind of like her in sort of a valor stoic pose, with a lot of destruction, chaos going on in the background. Turn it around, you see that she's meant to harness Prima. Powers up to battle the hordes of Unicron. So with this looming, I can't wait to see what's coming down. So there's that. She comes with a pretty robust set of instructions. Again, nice artwork, and then there's your fine print. She comes with the feet for her combined mode, and I'm honestly not sure who that is supposed to be. I don't know. The Elita1 I'm familiar with had a history with Prime, etc., and I get it. They're harnessing that Combiner Wars-esque artifact take. So she comes with the Autobot Enigma, and they got yellow either quickly airbrushed or dry brushed on there, and it looks okay. These, on the other hand, though, man, they have a very glossy finish to them, and it looks good. It looks nice. Can't wait to see what the final form of this looks like. I haven't been really looking at any pictures, release stuff for the line. A buddy of mine called me. He was like, "Hey, they're at Walmart. Go get them." So I went. So this is what the figure looks like, and the head sculpt is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. They keep knocking it out of the park with these head sculpts. Beautiful paint finish on the face. The yellow emblem here is crisp, and the blue on her eyes is just it's all there. It's all there. Now, I'm excited for this figure, but I have some problems with it, and we'll talk through it. So, great. This figure has a lot of paint on it. And I mean a lot of paint. And because it's a main release, you'll see that mine has some paint flaw right there on the center part of the chest. But it's okay, because from a distance there or on a shelf, I mean, I'm not really gonna see it. I could probably touch that up, and I mean, it's a shame, right? But it is. I mean, it is what it is. There's no There's no way around it. Like even right here, the paint gets a little finicky because there's paint here, there's paint here. I want to say that, no, this is molded. This is molded. But again, paint here, molded plastic here, paint application here, this glossy white finish. And I mean, it's kind of touch and go throughout the figure. So like down here on the feet, you can kind of see, you know, it's a little touchy, but that gloss white, that's a hard color to work with, right? And if you're getting 50 of these down the assembly line and you have to hit it with a quick tss, tss, you know, you can give that a pass. And maybe, you know, human, machine, whoever's doing it, you know, either way, I know how hard it is to work with that color. Now, here's where this thing kind of is like, yeesh. This whole back piece here is a decal, and then you have a decal, and then you have a decal, more decals, more decals. Lifting this up here, you've got decals under here. And I'll tell you what, the way that these were put on is a little shoddy. And then you even have them right here too. So if you're not, here's the deal. If you're expecting them to move away from this, this figure here just kind of sets it in stone for me that this is the way the wind is blowing. So we're gonna have to, you know, make a decision, take it or leave it. That is a Tampo paint application. That is also a Tampo paint application, and that's like very Robotech-esque, in my opinion. And then you got another decal. You got another decal with the E1 theme going. Same thing on this side here. So yeah, I mean, one of two things, right? Repro Labels is going to come out and kill it with the decal, sticker sheet, etc. You know, or you're going to have to find another third party. Also, Chrome Autobot decals on the shoulders as well. So yeah, so I think, I mean, look, for a main release figure, I think it's like the overall package, right? Like looking at that, like zoomed out, the whole thing, I don't think it looks terrible. And again, this is a Combiner Voyager class figure. So yeah, so I'm not, you know, I'm impressed with the ambition. The ambition is there. It's totally there. Am I going to have this in combined mode? Probably not, because I think she's going to look good with her squad individually, especially if they keep coming with the head sculpts like this. So, ratcheted joints here behind the shoulder, which is nice. These feel really sturdy. And then when you come, so let me untab these. Like, these are supposed to be her guns, but I thought they would look cooler pegged into her upper arm. I don't know why. Whatever. That's just how my mind works. So coming forward, you've got ratcheted joints. And I believe the reason that they're going this route for here is to make the combined mode very sturdy. But it's a bonus because it makes the standalone figure, I think, that much more sturdy. And then, by the way, this whole torso area here is painted. There is a lot of, for as many decals as there are, there's a lot of paint too on the figure. So you get your friction joints here, like with what we're accustomed to. And then, interestingly enough, here they decided to go friction. But here, it's friction as well. And it looks like, if you look in there, it looks like it's supposed to like click. Like it looks like that joint is supposed to catch on something, but it doesn't. But it holds. Like it's a pretty, like there's no floppiness whatsoever on this figure. And that's where I think I gotta give it to him. It really would have been nice if the arms would have been duplicated down here. The knee is a tension joint as well. and then it looks like, so this whole, like, messing with the figure, the whole like leg assembly feels a little weird, and I think it's because that whole thing down there is hollowed up. But the good thing is if you look at how this joint like moves, you can get to a point where it clicks, and then you know you're home and in the right place, and then she'll stand and hold a pose for the most part. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much robot mode. It looks, oh look, you got, so okay, so this is a little iffy here. So you've got the Elita decal, which I think could have been slid back a little bit, but they painted the front of the jet gray over the white, and then they put blue for the cockpit, and then they have the red accents for the wings. Now I'm not sure what kind of jet she's supposed to be. This has a very SR-71 kind of feel to it, sans needle coming out. So we'll go ahead and get her converted into jet mode, and we'll come back and take a look at the alt mode and how all the stickers line up. All right, so I think that's it. And yeah, I mean, the decals really are kind of the driving, I guess, breakup for the mold. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm drinking some water here. But I mean, looking at it, right? Like, nice. You got the E1 decal there. You got the tampoed there, and then here, I mean, like literally this whole. So here, the decal goes like this on the wing there, right? And then you have another one. Oh, that's a bummer. It's already starting to peel up. I'm gonna have to X-Acto that off. So, and that's kind of what I was afraid of with this, but whatever. We'll keep it going again. It's starting to peel up here too. I'm gonna have to take an X-Acto blade to these decals to kind of trim them up. But the decals here, there's a decal here, 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 and then all the way along here. And again, you can see how mine is kind of already starting to do that. So we will be taking an X-Acto knife to sort of help round this out and make sure that those stay down. But I mean, that's kind of the drawback when when you're relying on stickers to do what paint should be doing. And then again, there's more decals right there that I didn't even see. So, but yeah, I don't know what the deal is with these hollowed out wing bits here. And what's weird is it looks like there's places on her for pegs that Titan Masters can, or Prime Masters or whatever, can peg into. So there's the thrusters. There's this isn't paint. This is actually molded plastic here. And then this here is painted on because it's got the glossy here, but then you got the matte here, but then you got paint, more paint on the cockpit, and again right there on the nose. And then you got landing gear that kind of does that. And then this is what the bottom looks like. So that's the bottom, that's the side, that's the top. And then that's what it would look like if you had it in alt mode on your shelf. And then it noted the guns do plug in on the shoulders here. So yeah, so I mean that's it for alt mode. We will take a look at combined mode when the rest of the unit, I guess, ships. Now, what is interesting here is it looks like you can actually accommodate. You can. Note there's the rivet there. You can house a Prime Master in the cockpit, which is cool. I mean, that's kind of cool. This here is kind of a bummer for me, but the good thing is if you have it in robot mode, you don't see any of this. And again, I think this is another one of those figures. like me, I don't buy Transformers to put them in alt mode. I don't do it. I don't display Transformers in alt mode. Unless it's like the Dinobots or, you know, a team that spends most of their time in alt mode, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so so that's that. That's the jet mode. So we'll come back. I'll get it put back into robot mode. We'll do some side-by-sides and talk about some final thoughts. All right, so this is her kind of like geared up how she should be, with her, you know, with the whole Prime armored up gimmick, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know. I won't, like, I just, like, the whole, I get what they're trying to do. You know, make as much use of the combiner pieces as possible. I won't be displaying mine like that. Just because. And that's what the guns look like. Her little pistols look like in her hands. Should you add this figure to your collection? That's what we're here to talk about. And here's what I'll tell you. Based on just like looking at the decals and everything and how they're, like, you can even see here, right, how it's already starting to peel up. You know, I think, here's what I'll tell you. It's great that the team at Hasbro is doing these obscure characters that this generation of kids aren't really familiar with, and they can now become acclimated, you know, to the stuff that we had. And the fact that they're keeping, clearly they're doing a lot of nods to the original fan base, which is now grown up. I really honestly think Generations is more geared towards us fans of the original stuff. But it's great that they are presenting it for another generation as well, hence Transformers Generations. Look, at $24.99, there's a lot on this figure. There's a lot they're asking this figure to do. So if you can look past the sticker issues, then yes, you should add this to your collection. If you're one of those folks where stickers just doesn't do it for you, and you frown on that, and you would rather have, you know, stuff like paint in place of the sticker, then this probably isn't your speed, and you're gonna want to look somewhere else. But all in all, head sculpt does a great job capturing the essence of the character. All of the various paint applications, you know, that's really unheard of in this day and age on a main release figure. It's really a shame that they relied so much on the decals to bring the alt mode home. So I mean, outside of that, I think it's a decent pickup. Again, I like, me personally, I think this is going to look good on a shelf next to Optimus Prime. So that's my final thoughts on it. I would say, yeah, it's worth what they're asking for and what they're demanding this thing do. But that's just my opinion. So I hope you found it useful. Till next time, hope y'all take care. We'll catch you on the flip side in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, one last thing. So there she is next to the man. And I can dig that. I can definitely dig that. Unfortunately, because of the, you know, how these things articulate, I don't know that you'll be, like, because you see, like, his arm range of motion and whatnot. Like, I don't know that you're going to be able to do anything cool like this. You know what I mean? But at least you can do, you know, at least you can have that on your shelf and it look good. You know what I mean? And for main, like I keep saying it, for main line release figures, I think they're really doing a good job of capturing the core essence of the character and representing it well. So that's that. I'll leave you with that. And for real, we're out this time. Thanks and take care.